Wait for a few more people to join, and we'll get started with the stream, baby. Stogey Saturday. Got a lot to talk about this stream. We're going to talk about HIMS, the crazy price action we've seen with that, Tempest, as well as talk about your guys' portfolio, maybe answer some questions on any stocks you are looking at, and a few things related to the Discord server. Yo, what's up, man? What's up, Baruch? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Baruch. How you doing, brother? Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. Every day is a great day. Got a few things to celebrate. Number one, we woke up today. Number two, portfolio is performing extremely well. Been doing a lot of research on a new company. It's been on my watch list for a little bit of time. Maybe talk about that a little bit. But how was y'all's Valentine's Day? Hope everyone had a good little celebration. I know I did. Had a great time. Had a nice dinner. Had a few drinks, little cocktails. Did some painting. I'm not just a finance guy. I'm also a painter, I guess. But let's go ahead and start screen sharing. Let me open up the portfolio. Make sure everything's right. Move some things around here real quick. Bear with me. All right, let's start screen sharing. As you see, crushing all-time highs, crushing the market's performance. Ridiculous. Nearly 130% returns over the past year. Insane. Obviously, it's been an amazing year. Not every year is going to be like this. We'll have some down years, especially with how concentrated we are in our three companies. These companies take a turn for the worst, especially Tempest being 65% of our portfolio, that we're going to see a big dip. But I mean, it's been incredible year. I don't want to sit here and act like I'm some genius. Yes, I picked the right companies, but they've also just performed extremely well, and things have gone my way. So that's not going to happen all the time. Doubles don't happen like this often. To get more than a double in a year, it's ridiculous. I can't complain. And this is pretty much all on shares. I just started dabbling in some covered calls, but these gains are all from shares. But I wanted to talk about HIMS in particular. Crossing $60 a share. 60. Our average cost down in the 20s at 26. We were buying this stock heavy in the $20 to $21 range. Then once we went big on it, got our average up to the $26 average, but more than a double. We're up over 100% on HIMS, up over 100% on Tempest. SoFi, we're around break even. We're up a little bit. But that's what I've really been pounding the table on recently, is buying as much SoFi as I can. I'll probably be buying some more next week. But we had a strong Friday from SoFi. It was recently uncovered that their big Galileo partner, I don't know what the name of their hotel. It was a big hotel company. But anyways, that's the new Galileo partnership. Love to see it. Love to see more transparency. The fireside chat with Anthony Noto was amazing. Lots of transparency from Anthony Noto. I want to bring up X. I saw some pretty funny stuff. I saw him make a tweet pretty much calling out the retail guys for always talking about the stock price and its moves. Let's go to our profile. I'll repost it right here. So This was Anthony Noto responding. Data driven investing posted. You want to point out? Just want to point out it was Roy's screenshot that took SoFi down today, not mine. And then you have the CEO of SoFi himself say, "You guys are killing me. Just let it be, and it will be." Basically telling you guys, shut up, relax. Like it's gonna be fine. Leave it alone. The stock's been like in the $15 to $18 range. Like chill. Over the past 6 months, it's still up over 100%. So it's hard to complain. The stock doesn't go up every month, and people freak out. Oh, my girlfriend's in the chat. Hi, honey. How are you doing? Long time no see. But I mean, SoFi's performance has been great. Now, is it crushing all-time highs? No. We hit all-time highs around the high 20s, like $25, $26 range. But what I think you were seeing is just people comparing it to Robinhood, and you have all these stocks just on a huge rally. Like, even the stocks we own. Like, look at this thing that I posted. Our top 2 holdings are the number 2 and number 3 best performing stocks year to date. I mean, that doesn't happen often. That's rare. So yes, they're great picks, but they've just been on an absolute run recently. So I think you see people just comparing SoFi to these insane runs, and they're kind of upset about the performance because they're not doubling in a month. But it's fine. It's giving me time to load up. I mean, I want to double my SoFi position. It's gonna take me a little bit of time, but that's where all my money is going to right now. What do you think of the recent AI stocks Nvidia bought into? Let's see real quick. Let me do some research. I saw one of them was like a Chinese autonomous vehicle company. Let's see real quick. I saw that they sold out of SoundHound. What else did they sell out of? Oh, added new stakes in Nebius Group and We Ride. Maintained its investments here in Applied Digital and RXRX. But I believe they sold out of SoundHound, which I don't even understand why they're investing in SoundHound to begin with. I've been sounding the alarm on SoundHound saying, like, avoid this company. I mean, their valuation is ridiculous. But there has been a new stock that I have been looking into a lot and I am very interested in, but I can't really give it out. It wouldn't be fair to my VIP members. But if you do want some more insights on that stock and many others, all the stocks on my watch list / buy list, join my premium Discord server, Money Moves Club. There's a link in the most recent YouTube video I posted. I'll make a video tonight again with the link to the Discord in the description. So just a way to get a little community going, have all of us share our ideas. And like I said, if you're a premium member, you see my top picks. So but how did y'all's portfolio perform this week? Let's take a look here. Past week, up 22% in a week. And of course, the first week I get into covered calls, you have these insane runs. You got Tippus going up 15% on no news. You have Hims going up 25% on no news. I mean, you had RFK getting sworn in. Yes, I think that's very positive for Hims, but no news. Just insane rally. So hopefully we see a little dip. I think it'd be healthy. Going back to Hims, the short interest is so high on Hims. We have like a 33% short interest. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this rally continue. But I think a pullback it's mandatory. It's healthy. It's needed for the stock at this level. You can't just year to date go up 150% and just nonstop. Like a pullback will happen. I personally wouldn't be buying at these levels. I think it's just dangerous, really risky buying here. But yeah, does a short interest not scare you? No, it doesn't, because yeah, it's high short interest, but the stock price is going up. So if anything, you can argue the opposite. It's good because we could see a short squeeze, So I'm not going to sit here and promote a short squeeze. Oh, Hims and Hers going to be the next GameStop. No, but I would say partially that's what caused the 25% increase in one day. I'm sure some of the shorts are covering. but you also have such a positive 2025 coming for Hims. Their earnings coming up on the 24th. I'm going to be listening to that. You have Hims and Tempest reporting on the same day, so I'm going to be very busy that day around 4:30 listening to their earnings results. But yeah, I'm really curious on how their Q1 guidance is, as well as 2025 full year guidance. I mean, if guidance comes in the way I think it is, then we could see a 70 plus Hims. I mean, it's hot right now. The momentum's there. But no, the short interest does not scare me. I mean, SoFi is around like 12% short interest. It's not that relevant in my opinion. What do you think of SoFi X as a way of getting more exposure to Siri with SoFi with less money? I'm not a fan of leveraged exposure. I'm not, because I mean, is SoFi going to go down 50% in a day? No. But if you, let's say you have a downturn in the stock, and what is SoFi X? It's 2 times SoFi. So it's up 12% today. Yeah, it's amazing. You get double the exposure. But let's say SoFi has a rough month, it goes down 20, 30%, then okay, you're down 40 to 60%. So no, thank you. You also got the decay with the high expense ratio, because you're pretty much paying for the leverage that you're getting. So if I had to get, leverage exposure, I would just load up on leaps for 2026. I wouldn't get into a 2x SoFi exposure. So that's my thoughts on that. But like I said, honestly, guys, a lot of the stocks I like are just high right now. You know what I mean? Tempest has nearly tripled. We had a low here of $31, I believe, around 31. Yeah. And now it hit 92. So, I mean, the price action has been ridiculous. Our top holding has tripled. Our second largest holding has almost tripled, pretty much from 20 to 60. So, be careful, buying at these levels. It's got to cool off a little bit. I'm not buying Hims right now. I'm buying SoFi. SoFi cannot work out, but my conviction's high. I'm loading up. Already went over my price target for SoFi for 2025, $25 a share. We'll see how it pans out. Like I said, there is a stock that I'm looking into. I'm considering it as a possible buy, but that's for my VIP members of the Discord. If you want to join my Discord, it's free. Become a VIP member. Subscribe to that tier, and you'll get the in-depth analysis and behind the scenes. You'll get priority Q&A. What's good? Nas here from the Discord. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining the stream. How are you enjoying the Discord? Hope you're liking it. I know it's, kind of a rough sketch right now. I'm new to Discord. I'm going to continue to try and make it better for you guys and more enjoyable. But I think it's been pretty interactive so far. It seems like everybody is pretty communicating quite a bit. We got the Money Moves events where we go over our wins and losses, go over our buy list and sell list for the week. I'm going to try and get a little schedule going for the YouTube live streams. And we'll do a call on the Discord soon. If you're a VIP member, you also get one-on-one calls. Me and you will be able to talk, and all the VIP members can get together. Definitely will get better and better the bigger it grows. I agree. I think we're already at 50 members. I know it's growing pretty fast. It's only a few days old. And like I said, I'm working on it a lot. So doing lots of research on how to improve it. But I'm glad you're liking it. I'm loving it. I'm loving talking to you guys, getting to know you guys a little bit better. It's great. But what stocks are on y'all's watch list? What are y'all buying right now? What do y'all think about the overall market moves? Let me share my portfolio again. When would you sell any of the stocks you have? Honestly, man, I don't plan on selling anytime soon. I'm a buy and hold kind of guy. I don't believe these stocks are overvalued. Yeah, I think they've had an insane run. I don't think they're overvalued. I mean, Tempest is sitting around a $13 billion market cap. Him's around a 10 to 12, I believe. So I don't think these companies are overvalued. They're not nearly as cheap as what they once were. When Tempest was at a $6 billion market cap and Him's at like a five, not nearly as cheap as what they once were. But are they overvalued? Am I selling? Absolutely not. I'm interested in SoFi. Good time to get in now. It depends on your goals, man. But for me, I'm a long-term investor. I have high conviction in SoFi. That's what I've been buying recently. I've been transparent with you guys about what I'm buying, and I've been buying a lot of SoFi recently. With them launching SoFi Plus, I'm expecting level one options this year. Hopefully one day we get it. But big things come for SoFi. I mean, when they get back into crypto, we're going to see a huge instant boom to revenue. So yeah, I think it's attractive around the $14 to $16 range. I've been buying. I'll say that. And my price target is $25 a share this year. So yeah, I think it's attractive. Growing, 30% plus a year. I mean, EPS growth in the triple digits. Sign me up. Buying penny stock, SoFi, Archer, Palantir. I love the first one you named. Not the biggest fan of Archer. I actually was looking at Archer as a potential investment back when it was like $3 a share as a spec play. Didn't get into it. Too speculative for me. It's had quite a run. Do I regret not buying? No. I mean, it could absolutely work out. If they get all the approvals they need and the air taxi network eventually works out, it could work out great. Could be the Uber of the air. Palantir, its valuation is just too stretched for me, in my opinion. The risk is too high. I'm surprised how Coin dumped after earnings. I haven't looked into their earnings report, but that is strange because I know Robinhood had an amazing quarter, amazing guidance. I just love Robinhood's transparency. Down 8% today. Damn. Coinbase investors need some lube. Getting shafted out here. I mean, it's still up 63% in the year. But if I had to choose between Coinbase and Robinhood, I'm choosing Robinhood. I mean, Robinhood's is just executing at an unprecedented pace. I mean, their culture, their transparency, I love it. I love it. I do wish SoFi would take a few pages out of their book. Robinhood's team, I mean, their efficiency, it's crazy. I love to own companies that have proven to execute time after time again. You see that with Hims, you see that with Tempest. I mean, all founder-led. Robinhood's founder-led. I owned Robinhood for a short period of time, around the $40 range. Now I think we're sitting around 60. Let's see. Yeah, Hood's at 65. Insane. Wish they can open in Canada. Yeah, I think they will. I mean, they've discussed international expansion. I think they're moving to Singapore soon. I'm sure you'll see Canada eventually. But Robinhood's dominating, man. Dominating. It's a hot stock right now. Planning to buy EL. Let's see. That's Esther Lauder, right? Let me see. Yes. This dog, man. Holy cow. Talk about a beating. Look at that. Brutal. You bought 5 years ago, you're down 66%. I mean, insane. I don't know too much about the company besides the stock being beat up. I know one of the guys I used to look up to on YouTube, Financial Education, Jeremy. He talks about the stock a lot and is an advocate. But for me personally, I just don't know if the growth is there and the potential is there. I still see it as just a cosmetic beauty company, just like Elf. So I'm steering clear. I'm not buying. It's nothing that's on my radar or watch list. So just not the industry that I want to get. When I'm looking for an industry or a stock to buy, I want to see a small industry that's growing extremely fast, preferably technology or artificial intelligence. Obviously, I'm an advocate of healthcare. I mean, two of the stocks I own have to do with healthcare. But yeah. Nebius is very enticing right now. Yep. I have to agree. I'll say this about Nebius. I'll be paying close attention to their earnings results. I'll say that. What do you think of SWBI? Let's see. I've never heard of it. Smith and Wesson? Not a big fan. Like I said, just not growing at a rate that I would like. But everybody has different goals. You know what I mean? If you're a value investor looking for a slow and steady grower, maybe a dividend, um, then maybe that's a stock that matches your goals. Everyone has different goals. Me, I'm a growth investor. I like to invest in high growth companies, disruptors. Um, that's where I see the most value and the craziest return. So yeah, everyone is hoping to catch next Palantir. I agree for sure, and I think some stocks are getting sold off or not getting the love they deserve, like SoFi, for example, because they see these stocks like Palantir, which is ridiculous, and Robinhood perform so well. So they're like, oh man, like I'm gonna just sell this. It's only up 20%, 30%. When Palantir is up like 500% over the past 5 years, it's ridiculous. Hood's looking really good. I agree. Hood's. I was just talking about Hood before you joined. Insane. I wouldn't buy right now just because of the huge run we've seen. But yeah, it is looking really good. Their future's extremely bright. I'll say that. I'm not buying right now, but Slouchy Rhino, what's up, man? Another member of the Discord. Thank you for joining. How are you enjoying the Discord? You like it so far? I know I'm enjoying it. I'm trying to make it better, more enjoyable for you guys. I'm still very new to it, so I'm gonna continue to improve it and make it better for you guys. But I love the little community we got built so far. How's the portfolio looking, Slouchy Rhino? How's the portfolio looking, man? I know you're making some money this week. How's your holdings looking? What you looking to add? Yeah, he's a member of the Discord, a very active member of the Discord. So I appreciate him. Appreciate you joining tonight, man. Gave him a heads up that I was going live tonight. Want everybody to join. But yeah, like I said, I want to invest in disruptors. You know what I mean? But if you're a young guy, I mean, I've built this portfolio pretty much from zero to where it is now. I didn't inherit like a lot of money. I have a normal job. I work at a supermarket, and I started with a small lump sum, and then added what I could each week. And just with time, consistency, discipline, that's how I got to where I am today. So anybody can do it. It just takes time. Do some research. Knowledge is power. Invest, dude. Invest. And I cannot stress enough. Just invest. There's so much volatility right now. It's hard not to day trade the stock. Which stock are you talking about? Palantir or a different stock? I personally would say stay away from day trading. Invest, brother. Don't gamble. Invest. Invest in companies you have high conviction in. Don't follow the hype. Don't buy a stock because I say that it's good. Don't buy a stock because some other YouTuber or person on Twitter says it's good. Got to do your own research, man. Have your own convictions. Even if nobody sees your vision or believes you, just bet in yourself, brother. Have you talked about Big Bear AI? No, I haven't. I've been asked quite a bit, but it's not really a big interest to me. I mean, their revenues are nothing impressive. They're burning cash. They have a low cash pile. It kind of reminds me of the whole SoundHound AI thing, just another company that puts AI in its name. It could work out. Maybe it works out. I haven't done enough research on it. I don't want to just come on here and shit on it. I haven't done a whole bunch of research on it. So enlighten me, though. You know what I mean? If you have a high conviction, let me know what it is. I agree. Yep. I am 2/3 port GME. I'm 1/3 port Tesla, Root, Baba, MicroStrategy, Grove, Chewy, and Tempest. Oh, he got a little Tempest shareholder in here. Okay. Of about 30% all time. Nice, man. I don't know what time frame your all time is, but nice. I can't say I'm a huge fan of GME, but dude, if you believe in it and you got high conviction and I know they have a big cash pile, so maybe they can turn some things around. Hell yeah, man. All your gut, dude. I mean, you're up. I'm not going to sit on here and hate on it. Started March last year. That's good returns, dude. You're beating the markets. I mean, that's the goal, isn't it? Isn't our goal just to beat the SP 500? I believe in the management team. Yeah, then go with them, man. Tesla's a tough one right now. I agree, dude. Tesla, I mean, I've talked about it a little bit. Let's look at Tesla right now. I think they had a green day. No, it was red. They sold off around the $350 range. It's just expensive, man. The price is expensive. And I think it's trading on a narrative right now. It's not really trading on numbers, and the numbers have been kind of poor lately. But like I said, it's trading on that narrative of Optimus, full self-driving. We've seen Elon get on the call and talk about $10 trillion of Optimus revenue. But I think that's further away than we think. I think that's years away before we see that. We have robotaxis launching in June. But I stay pretty up to date with Tesla. But if you're buying Tesla at these levels, in my opinion, or holding Tesla, I mean, you have to really truly believe in the long-term story of Optimus, humanoid robots, full self-driving. Um, that's really the key with Tesla, in my opinion. You have to believe Tesla's more than a car company because the valuation it's at, that's the most expensive car company in the universe. So, should I sell Tesla? It's up to you, man. Like I said, it all depends on your conviction and what you plan on the future for Tesla. Do you believe it's going to be $100 trillion company with the Optimus revenue and full self driving? Follow your gut, man. I'm not buying Tesla here. I'd love to see it below 250, maybe below 200. I'd become enticed then, but as of right now, I'll wait on the sidelines with my popcorn, waiting. They have so much data too. I agree. I mean, their data with the full self driving is insane. Not to mention their software approach. They're not like Waymo where they have these expensive vehicles, all the lidar systems on there. I mean, it's just purely AI software. So their approach is different. It's gonna be a lot higher margin. Um, I believe Tesla will be the leader in full self driving. Humanoid robots, I'm on the fence about because you got Figure Robotics, which is very advanced. I mean, they're not the only player in humanoid robots. Now you can say their scale is their scale is unmatched. You know what I mean? Like their efficiency, even with their cars. You know what I mean? Their manufacturing at scale is ridiculous. So I think they will be successful in that part. But catching it on the way up would be nice. But with Elon being too busy for it, it's creating a lot of doubt for investors. Yeah, I agree. I talked about that in the last call. I mean, Elon has so much going on with X, um, Starlink, SpaceX, the Boring Company. I mean, head of Doge, Department of Government Efficiency. He's got a lot on his plate, and his mind is split. You know, and I love Elon. I advocate for Elon. He's the man. But if I was a Tesla investor, I'd want Elon to do everything in his power to focus on Tesla and making Tesla the best company possible, and only Tesla. And that's with any company, really. And Tempest, I want the Tempest CEO to be focused on Tempest only and making Tempest the best company it can be, focusing on execution. That's it. Same with HIMS. So I understand that point of view for sure. Imagine buying Tesla and having it generate revenue for you while it goes Uber people around. Yeah, that would be insane. And Elon's mentioned that. I'm curious if that will happen. If you buy a Tesla and you say, "All right, man, I'm going to sleep a little early tonight around 9 p.m. I'll let the Tesla go be a taxi overnight, and it earns you, I don't know, what, $100, $200. So we'll see how that works. I mean, that's his vision. That's Elon's vision for it. He said the number of hours your car will be driven will be multiplied by 10. I switched out my investments to SoFi and Tempest a few days ago and had already seeing big gains with both. HIMS is a bit too high for me to be comfortable buying, though. I agree, brother. I think I wouldn't be buying HIMS right now. I wouldn't be buying Tempest right now, honestly. I don't think they're overvalued, but this run up has been so fast. Um, so me personally, I'm waiting for a pullback if I want to add to any of those positions. Just a little pullback, I would love to see. I could. They're so volatile. I could see Tempest coming down to the $60 range, maybe even lower. I mean, anything can happen. We have earnings coming up for both those companies, so we'll see what happens then. Um, insane. Yeah, I agree. Thoughts on Nvidia? I think Nvidia is cheap. I think Nvidia is cheap. I think the sell off, like 20% sell off on DeepSeek, is completely unwarranted. Um, but when you take into account their growth for 2025, yeah, Blackwell revenue coming, it's cheap. Taking their forward PE. I mean, what Mag 7 is growing revenues, 60 to 70% next year? None. Look at Apple's forward PE, like 31, 32, and they're barely growing. And not, shitting on Tesla, but I mean, look at Tesla's growth. They're hardly growing either. So, yeah, I think Nvidia's cheap. What do you think about buying Rocket Lab? Space industry looks promising to me. I would have loved Rocket Lab back when it was $3 to $5. I remember when it was around there and nobody wanted a piece of it. And then now it's $28 and it's on everybody's watch list. So I think the space industry is promising. I mean, you have Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, say that his space company, Blue Origin, could be worth more than Amazon. So obviously, he wouldn't say that for no reason. There's big potential in the space industry. Me personally, I don't see where that revenue is going to come from. I don't know where that revenue generation is going to come from. But hearing Jeff Bezos say that, I'm like, okay, wow, this is a big deal. And with public companies, I guess Rocket Lab is your best bet. But at these valuations, I'm not buying. I mean, the market's not cheap right now, man. Prices are high, so I'm not buying Rocket Lab at $28 a share or $25 a share. I need to see a big dip in Rocket Lab before I consider it a buy. Stogey Saturday, where the Stogey at, man? I already smoked it. I smoked it. Here on my Discord, I posted it saying that I was smoking a cigar waiting to go live. So Stogey is smoked, unfortunately. Sorry for giving you blue balls there. But yeah, man, gotta smoke a Stogey. Gotta celebrate Saturday. I woke up this morning, so I had to celebrate. Portfolio is doing extremely well. Alien tax. I need a Stogey. Yeah, man, get you a Stogey. Get you a Stogey and some Tempest shares, and you're set. You're right. So, like I said, I mean, I had an amazing Valentine's yesterday. Rolled some covered calls over, but that's all I'll say about that. I'll leave the rest to my Discord members. Would you still invest in Tempest? Yeah, I mean, I would. I wouldn't buy at current levels, but I mean, it's not overvalued in my opinion. It's not nearly as cheap as what it once was before it tripled, but yeah, I still love Tempest. I mean, there's a reason I haven't sold. I thought it was valued at an unreasonable valuation. You know, I would sell probably. You know, if it got up to $200 tomorrow, maybe I'll take some profits. But I don't think Tempest is overvalued. Does the triple in 1 month, is it justified? I don't know. I think there's some hype on Nancy Pelosi buying. But what do you think of PEGA? It's a pretty cool AI company. Let me look into it. You said what's the Discord link? Oscar, if you go to my most recent YouTube video in the description, you can click the link. It leads to my Discord server. Let me look at this PEGA you're talking about. I have not heard of that. Pegasystems? No, I haven't heard about that. Maybe I'll look into it a little bit. But it's only a $7 billion company. It pays the dividends. I don't know how, what the growth looks like. I don't know much about the company. Maybe you could explain it to me a little bit. But yeah. What are your thoughts on Tesla? Been seeing videos of people selling? Yeah, I mean, even some of the guys that I've been watching, some of the people that I look up to, their sentiment on Tesla's pretty negative. You know what I mean? And they're pretty big shareholders, but man, hearing them talk about Tesla, I'm like, man, how has the sentiment changed? So, but like I said before, I just talked about Tesla a second ago. Tesla's trading on a narrative. It's expensive right now. I damn sure wouldn't be buying Tesla here. But you know what I mean? We'll see what happens. Can you look at Roots earnings growth? Let me what does Roots do, brother? Let me know what Roots does. I'm looking at their earnings growth right now. I've heard of the company. I just don't really remember what they do. Let me see. I mean, you got revenue growth around 46% from last year, so that's pretty good. I just know nothing about the company. Insurance, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of investing in an insurance company. I mean, you got Lemonade, you got Roots. I mean, what's the difference? You know what I mean? I mean, I think Oscar Health is a health insurance company. I'm not a huge fan of investing in an insurance company. I mean, I guess you have some exposure to insurance through SoFi, but that's really all all the exposure I'll take. It's a platform for workflow automation, generative AI powered decision making, and helps businesses move towards becoming autonomous enterprises. That sounds interesting. Yeah, let's look into that, man. Your Discord link, it seems expired, doesn't work. Okay, I'll have to repost it then. Follow me on X. You can see a link to the Discord there as well. And I clicked it where the link should never expire for that one. So, but yeah, follow me on X. I post a lot more on X than I do on YouTube. I try to make a YouTube video like every 3 days. And I'll probably make a video over the next few weeks / months about this new stock that I've been coming up with. And the more I look into it, the more enticing it is. I already mentioned it to my VIP members of the Discord. So, but I'll probably make a video on it over the next few weeks or months. We'll see how it works out. They're only open in half the states in the country. Last earnings, they said it was their top priority, open in all 50 states. Yeah, I mean, it seems interesting. If it's growing, man, I mean, it could be a great growth story. Looking forward to seeing your next move. Either this is some insane luck, or you are a once in a generation investor. We'll definitely keep following you and see how you end up doing come a year. Yeah, we'll see, man. I don't want to say I'm, once in a generation investor. Yeah, I've made some great picks, but things have gone my way this year. Um, I mean, these companies, things have just worked out. So it doesn't always work like that. There's going to be, down years, down months, but regardless of the price action, all the companies I own, my conviction is bulletproof. I'm I'm so I sleep like a baby at night owning these companies. I mean, that's what you got to do. Definitely not luck. You know what you're doing, man. Give yourself credit. listen, listen. I do hours of research every day on the companies I own, on new companies, for sure. I mean, I've done my research, I've done my due diligence. So yeah, I have faith in these companies, and I feel like I know what I'm doing. But like I said, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm, the next Warren Buffett. Things have worked out, but I hope you guys have made a lot of money. Um, that's what makes me happy. I want to see, you all make money as well. For sure, brother. You're doing great. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Don said you bought some options, just some covered calls. I'm selling. I didn't buy any. I sold some covered calls. I had some expiring this week, but I didn't want my shares to get called away because we had an insane week. If you're a Tempest investor, I mean, you're starting to get used to 20% weeks. So I rolled them over next week. Crew just opened an account. Do you recommend SoFi? No, don't buy SoFi. SoFi sucks. Their share price just stays stagnant. Don't buy SoFi. Sell. Load up on SoFi. That's what I'm buying. So yeah, buy SoFi. Definitely recommend buying SoFi, but not financial advice. But that's what I'm doing. Loading up, baby. I might sell Tempest and Hims come Tuesday, all in SoFi. That's a joke. I'm not doing that. But yes, I'm confident in SoFi. I'm confident in SoFi's management. I think they have a lot of things going for them. Bro crashed out. They have a lot of things going for not only just 2025, but I mean the years to come. Like I said, getting back into crypto. I really recommend going to listen to that fireside chat. SoFi is not just a bank. I will not invest in a bank. SoFi is a digital-first, mission-driven financial services company. They're just a fintech play. That's my fintech play. Thoughts on Hood? I covered it a little bit. If you want to rewind a little bit, I talked about Hood for a little bit, but love Hood as well. I just don't like its price. I'm not a huge fan of the valuation. It's not ridiculous. I mean, their growth is there. The execution and management's amazing, but I don't like its price right now, and its huge rally that's just had. So that's my thoughts. I much rather buy SoFi. I mean, in my opinion, it's like, okay, Hood is almost like a chunk of SoFi's business, pretty much. I mean, SoFi has more revenue than Robinhood, and Robinhood isn't even. I mean, SoFi isn't even in crypto. I mean, a lot of revenue for Robinhood is in crypto. So wait till SoFi gets in crypto. Wait till the revenues from SoFi Plus start kicking in. Level one options. Watch the invest platform explode after level one options are brought to. As soon as they bring level one options to the platform, you're going to see a huge bump in the investment platform. So they need to tighten up on that. Good price for Hood. Lower the better. Under 50, I think it's a decent buy, but the lower the better. You got to keep in mind though, Hood is also cyclical. Okay, so if you have the crypto markets go down a lot, you're likely going to see a downturn in Hood's revenue because they get a lot of revenue from crypto. Same with the markets. You see a stock market start to go down, it's a brokerage. So you're going to see Hood, start to go down. Very cyclical. SoFi, on the other hand, is not cyclical. They're going to be fine regardless. They've weathered tough times before. They'll do it again if tough times come. But in my opinion, the tough times are coming to an end. Fintech winter is done. Fintech spring is coming. So I'm betting on SoFi. That's my thoughts. In my opinion, why I don't want to say why own Robinhood when you can own SoFi, but does Robinhood have a bank? No. Does Robinhood uses Galileo? SoFi owns Galileo. Fintechs trade at lower multiples by virtue of macro sensitivity. Yeah, for sure. I do think you'll see more enthusiasm on fintechs over the next few months, but that's just my opinion. I don't have a crystal ball. I left it in my car. Why do you use Robinhood as a brokerage? See a lot of guys talk down on it. I currently use and like it. Just want your perspective. Why do I use it? I mean, I've always used it. It's extremely user friendly. I mean, in my opinion, it's the best brokerage in town. I'm not going to sit here and say SoFi Invest platform is better than Robinhood. No, Robinhood is the best brokerage. But I mean, a lot of guys talk down on it based on the 2020, 2021 stuff with GameStop and everything. But it's time to move past that. Management's already talked about that. It's continuing to be a better company. I'm not leaving Robinhood anytime. I have no plans of ever leaving Robinhood. Maybe I'll transfer to SoFi Invest in the future once they get level one options, and it improves a little bit. I'd be down for that. That way, I can have my banking and investing and everything on one app, which is my vision for SoFi. But yeah, that's my thoughts. I have no plans leaving Robinhood, but if I did, it would be for SoFi. I'm damn sure not going to Schwab or Vanguard or Fidelity. No. Watching from London, do pay a visit. Man, I'd love to visit London. Buy me a plane ticket. I'll be on my way. I'll go visit London. Why not? Have you tried Think or Swim? I'm not sure what that is. No. I bought Tempest on Friday. Man, you got balls buying here, brother. You got balls. I mean, I don't think it's overvalued, but after tripling in price, whew, I'd be a little nervous to buy. But if you're holding long term, dude, if you're holding long term, you'll be fine. If you're a long term investor, yeah. But who knows, dude? I mean, we can have another 20-30% run next week. Tempest, it impresses me every week. When I seen it jump to $50, I'm like, man, we're going to have to see a pullback soon. Then it goes to 60, $65. Man, we're going to have a pullback soon. 75 to $80. And it just keeps on going. So now we're sitting at like 90. You'll be flying first class soon, brother. Man, I hope so. Hope you're right, brother. Can't wait for Tempest earnings. Me too, man. I will be dialed in. Give me a white monster. Give me a Stogey. I'm going to be dialed in for that. I'm curious how the stock's going to react. I don't think the earnings will be anything too spectacular. I don't think the Ambry Genetics numbers will be in for Q4, but that guidance it's what's going to be the determining factor. Once they give that 2025 guidance, I think we'll see. That's what the market's going to react to. What do you think happens for HIM's earnings? That's a good question. I mean, it's always hard to predict short-term price action. I mean, it's basically like walking to a roulette table and saying, let me put $100 on red or black. But I think the earnings are going to be amazing. I think we're going to see like over 90% year-over-year growth, which is incredible. I think guidance for Q1 is going to be ridiculous. I mean, even just full year 2025, I think guidance is going to be amazing. I mean, not to mention all the new products are going to be launching in 2025. I think earnings are going to be spectacular. How does the stock react? I don't know. Maybe they touch on the GLP-1 compounding and say, hey, we're going to start fizzing out of the compounding stuff, and the stock could go down because it's extremely sensitive to the GLP-1 news. HIM's credit data from Bloomberg has been quite strong, particularly post Super Bowl. Yeah, their credit card data and website traffic, their numbers have been insane. I think their website traffic surged like 600% after Super Bowl ad. But I also predicted this, guys. I told you, HIMS only has 2 million subscribers. So when they broadcasted that ad to the Super Bowl, which had 200 million viewers, so they're broadcasting to 100 times their subscriber base. Very, very, very smart advertisement choice by HIMS. I mean, Tempest isn't going to go on the Super Bowl and advertise, but I would have loved to see a SoFi ad. That would have been a smart move by management, in my opinion. But they're also advertising through TGL. They got a lot of ties with the NBA. They have their own stadium, so they do their fair share of advertising. I'm not doubting Anthony Noto as a CEO at all. And it seems like he is paying attention to the retail community. Like on Twitter and stuff, I see him reacting. SoFi is everywhere. They're good. Yeah, I agree. I would have loved to see a Super Bowl ad, though. You know what I mean? Sipping a beer or whatever. And I'm like, oh, shit, I was a SoFi. I own that company. Seeing 2 of my companies on the Super Bowl ad, that would have been pretty cool. But yeah, they're good. Like you said, they got TGL. They got all kinds of promotions and advertising going on. They're doing a good job. I wish they were a little more, not innovative is the word, but instead of making sure everything's perfect before they release it. Fix it as you go. But let's get some new products. Let's get it now and fix it as you go. Let's get some level 1 options, for Christ's sake. I mean, how long is that going to take? But, Anthony Noto did mention on the call, like, SoFi Plus is much more of a, is much more important than level 1 options. The level 1 option might affect a small chunk, but SoFi Plus is going to be a lot bigger deal. What's SoFi's main product offer and selling point? I recommend you do some research on SoFi because I'll be here for a while if I described all that. But just think of SoFi as an all-in-one financial services platform, digital first. There's no brick and mortar locations. They have a bank. They have a tech platform. They have a loan platform business. There's so much to get into. I don't want to get into it, but like I said, just imagine an all-in-one financial services platform, loans, credit cards, everything, investing, everything you can imagine, all in one app, all in one platform. And their tech platform that it's like a business to business. So other fintechs, like for example, Robinhood, that uses their tech platform Galileo. Robinhood is a customer for Galileo. SoFi owns Galileo. So you don't see many people talking about that, but support it. They have a bank, so they can do a lot more than Robinhood can. And they just had Donald Trump, administration just released one of the restrictions that wouldn't allow banks to custody crypto or trade crypto, and expect SoFi to bring cryptocurrency back to the platform as soon as possible. And he said not only trading, but custody and a lot more other stuff has to do with crypto. I wouldn't be surprised to see them getting into some stable coins, stuff like that, because their management team is pro crypto. But do some research on SoFi, brother. You won't regret it. I'm not saying go buy it right now. You can if you want, but do some research. Highly recommend. I'll vouch for SoFi all day. My pops will give me a hard time about SoFi, but I'm telling you, watch my conviction ring true. I was right about Hims. I was right about Tempest. Let SoFi cook. Any thoughts on Reddit stock? Solid growth figures, but questionable user numbers, pre-bots, plus Google have started suppressing their search engine appearances. Not a huge fan of Reddit stock. I mean, it's in my opinion, it's kind of like Snapchat stock. Like, I'm just not a big fan. Like I said, the growth is there, but I'm not buying Reddit stock anytime soon. I'll get some SoFi. I'm getting more SoFi. So we're in the same boat, brother. We're in the same boat, slouch. But yeah, guys, I'll pick Pinterest over Reddit. I can't say I agree with that, but maybe. I don't know. I haven't dug deep into either of those companies' financials yet, so I got to do a lot more research on them. But if I had to buy a stock related to social media, I'm choosing Meta 100%. Oh, what Meta's, almost a $2 trillion company? I don't care. You got Mark Zuckerberg as a CEO. You got them getting into augmented reality, virtual reality, artificial intelligence. I mean, they have billions of users every day. I'm going Meta 10 times out of 10. Do you follow Amit by any chance? I don't think I follow him, but I have seen some of his content. I'm a fan of the dude. He's cool. He's a cool guy. I know he's a huge Palantir bull. I know he's a huge Robinhood bull. So glad I was buying Meta under 90. Dude, if you got Meta under 90, congratulations. That's the buy of the century right there. Nobody wanted Meta when it was under 90. I mean, it was crashing. It crashed like 80%. Ridiculous. What a buy. What was I doing around that time, man? I should have been buying Meta stock. Such a legend. Yeah, Amit's cool, man. He's a cool cat. I would love to collab with any of those guys. I don't think he follows SoFi. But like I like to follow Crossroads. His name's Roy. Future Investing. His name's Tanner Tevis. They do a SoFi weekly. I love to tune into that. They always give good information. They're big SoFi bulls, so they're very knowledgeable in the company as well. If you do research on SoFi, you will probably run into some of their videos. They make a lot of good videos. But, I mean, SoFi is also a retail darling. They're a favorite of retail. I mean, you just had Vanguard pick up a ton of shares recently. Ton of shares, millions and millions of shares. So, let me see if I can find that. I think Kyle, the stock goat, posted it. Let's see. Looking for it right now. He's been posting a lot of banks and financial institutions have been picking up SoFi shares recently, which is a good sign. Like a lot. Not just by a little bit. Wells Fargo. Here, I want to share this really quick. As you see, Galileo partners with Wyndham Hotels. This was their partnership with Galileo. We knew this from their earnings report. They announced that they're partnering with Galileo. So that's good to see. Let's see. Dude, this guy posts a lot, man. Oh, here it is. Okay. Vanguard increases total ownership by 10%. pick up an additional 8.9 million shares, total shares up to 98.34 million. Total value 1.5 billion in SoFi. Crazy. Tanner jumps on with Admit too. Yeah, I like Tanner. Admit used to be on SoFi Weekly. Yep. I wonder why he got off. Maybe he just got more in the Robinhood train. I don't know. But don't sleep on SoFi. When you got Vanguard increasing ownership by 10%, 10% isn't a small number. Big, I mean, 1.5 billion. I mean, that's insane. So, yeah, institutions are buying. Follow the big money. When big money's buying, you should be buying. I mean, look at Nancy buying Tempest, and now it's tripled. Follow the big money. So that's always a good sign. You always want to see banks and financial institutions increasing ownership. You don't want to see them selling. Same with founders. You don't want to see CEOs and founders and insiders selling. It's never a good sign. Now, I mean, you can sell for any reason. You know, people say, well, you can sell for many reasons, but you only buy for one. That's true. I love to see CEOs increasing ownership, buying shares, or insiders buying shares. It's always a good sign. It's not the determining factor, but they're buying for one reason. That's because they believe in the company and they believe the share price is undervalued. It's going to go up. But my computer's getting on low battery, so I'm going to be ending the stream soon. Does anybody have any questions before I get off? I'm going to go spend some time with family. Have you heard of Autopilot? If so, what are your thoughts? I believe that's the app that tracks Congress people or politicians' trades. I've heard about it. In my opinion, I know Nancy's corrupt, but I still don't feel comfortable just copying Congress people's trades. I'm not doing it. I have more faith in myself than that. I mean, that might sound cocky, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna copy people's trades. I'm good. You sure on SoFi? I am positive. 100%. This is financial advice. No, I'm kidding. Yes, I'm sure on SoFi. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm buying SoFi. If it doesn't work out, you guys will all see. So we'll see. Cheers, brother. Cheers, man. Have a good night. Recent 500K purchase of stock by AMD CFO, mounting for a very bullish run, selling GPU/inference chips, partner with Meta. Yeah, I agree. Meta's using AMD chips for nearly all their models, I think. So yeah, that's very bullish for AMD. And I did hear about the insider purchase. I believe AMD's undervalued here. It's cheap, dirt cheap. I mean, it's still a 100 billion plus company. So are you going to see that 5x in 2-3 years? Probably not. Maybe. I mean, I don't think so. But first insider buy AMD in 4 years. Yeah, crazy. I'm bullish on AMD. I'm bullish on AMD long term for sure. People give it the disrespect because of Nvidia, and I'm going to choose Nvidia over AMD every single time. But I still think AMD is attractive and is a good buy here. AMD and Nvidia. So, but yeah. All right, I'm gonna end it here, guys. Go follow me on X. It's my name, Elijah Kabler. I'll post a link to the Discord server. I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your evening, your Saturday night evening, to come watch me talk and yap about SoFi, Hams, Tempest, and some other stocks. You guys have a great rest of your night. I appreciate you guys. I look forward to seeing y'all in the Discord server soon, hopefully. I'll make a video tonight. I look forward to talking with you guys more. Be safe. Take care of yourself.